Hello, my name is Mariana, and yes, this is going to be another video that is from the Something Different series because there is this topic that's been coming to my mind recently. Um, and I've been taking my time to reflect about it and to actually decide whether or not this would be something that I wanted to share here, but also like how would be the best way to share it because it's a sensitive topic, but it's something that because to me it was a really big deal, right? It taught me a great lesson that I now carry as like a really big life lesson. um and it's like this very vivid memory that I feel like I'll forever carry with me throughout my life. But it has to do with two keywords that are the title of this video: forgiveness and gratitude. And so I feel like the two of them are words that can be so easily um, not dismissed, but misused or used in a way that doesn't carry the entire meaning of it, right? I know words have this particular limitation, language has this limitation, at least this language that we know, right? There are so many other different languages that we just don't know they exist. Telepathy is one, for instance, that I really love because, yeah, it doesn't have this sort of uh, the difficulty in interpretation. It's just there. But that's just a side note. The thing I wanted to share with you about forgiveness and gratitude is because when I was reflecting about these two words, and very, very often in my life, and now I'm going to share my own personal view on these two words and their meanings, right? And who are the people that we often offer these two words to. Um, and to be honest, when I was thinking about this, I very often tended to, you know, um, direct the forgiveness toward, well, people that I love, people that are closest to me, people that I know, usually family members, my sister, my parents, you know, it's like people that we are really so close, so intimate to. And usually it's like, well, I would say it's easier to forgive people that uh, are not that important to us, right? Are not that remarkable, perhaps, in our lives. And it's harder to forgive people that are really closest to us because maybe we know that it's like they are going to understand us, or they were supposed to understand us. It's like we assume that they cannot hold any grudges because they should love us unconditionally. And there's a lot of what ifs, or there is a lot of preconditioning, right? Or assumptions. So I feel like the true forgiveness is awakened when we are able to forgive those who we so often dismiss, or we so often take for granted, right? That, oh no, they will understand us. It's like we don't have to forgive them. And so that forgiveness, the understanding of what forgiveness means, but in a way that is felt, right? It's not just understood. Because, well, okay, so this word, well, the understanding that now I have of forgiveness came through something that I heard Matthias Stefano talk about. And when he was talking about forgiveness, he split the word into two, right? Forgive. It's like when you are forgiving somebody, is because you have something to give them. So it's not, it's like when we feel like somebody hurt us, or when we feel like, there was some sort of injustice, right? And we were mistreated or disrespected or something like that. There is something that is missing in us, right? And then we point fingers, and then um, it's like we want them to, um, it's like we blame them in a sense, or we want them to be the ones who like assume that, or claim that they were the ones who taken that from you, who had like some sort of power over you, right? And that is, I know it's quite a philosophical topic, and one that can be really sensitive, and it can be like extremely easy when you feel and it makes sense. And now that I'm trying to explain with words, it seems a little bit tricky, but I hope it makes sense to you, because my only intention here in sharing this, although I knew that, I had to make my way through words to explain something that sometimes it's hard. It's like it's like you can only really understand once you're feeling it. And so you might have been like in moments in your life, or in situations where you forgave somebody, but you didn't really feel like you were forgiving. And you might have been, in situations where you truly forgave somebody and you felt it, and the other person was, it's like their reactions was, it's like that was not what was in check. Like you were not worried about how they would feel, how they would react, how would they respond to you forgiving them, right? Because sometimes we forgive expecting that the other person will I don't know, will be in debt with you in a sense, because you did something good. I don't know. I know this can be very um, unique to everyone, right? How do you feel when you are forgiving somebody, and with what intention you are truly forgiving somebody? Um, but and when we are talking about, so going back to just finish that thought on the, you know uh, those two words, forgive. So when you give this forgiveness, right, is because you have something that you can give. If you don't have, if you're lacking, you cannot forgive, and that is fine. I feel like, it's the process of refilling yourself so that you can forgive. And until you get to the point, is okay if you're not ready to forgive. And so I'm just saying this because I've had like a really hard experience in 2021. When was it? April 2021. And I'm not going to go into the details, but I remember that I was really, really angry. I was really frustrated. I was really, really angry to somebody specifically. And she was not from my family, but she was close, right? Relatively close to me. And I trusted her. And for some reason, that trust was lost. And I blamed her. And it was really, I was lacking something inside of me, because I spent a long time, really angry at her and not being able to forgive her. And so going now to the gratitude part, and I know this is going to be a little bit longer than usual, but I just want to share this with you. So for the gratitude, right, which is a word that, in this awakening community, it's like it's very, very common. It's a common word. It's become a common word because I feel like when one truly finds the significance of gratitude and not just, you know, speaking out loud in a way that feels shallow. It's like a true gratitude, right? And you know the difference. I'm sure you know the difference. Um, and it's not about the situation or the scale of the situation or the importance of the connection or, you know, the size of the thing that we're talking about. It's more about the feeling behind, I want to say. So to me, gratitude, you know, I want to link these two words, forgiveness and gratitude, because I feel like sometimes um, it can be, you know, easier to feel gratitude, but it's harder to forgive. And, you know, sometimes it could be the opposite. Sometimes you could feel grateful for something, but you cannot still forgive them. And so, to me, in my case, about this person that really hurt me, um, the way that I felt about what happened, right? And the way that I was mistreated, you know, I was really, really struggling about whether or not I should forgive her, whether or not I should, you know, hold any sort of anger. Because even though I was trying to find my anger, I was just feeding my anger, right? And I was like really, really struggling to forgive and to be grateful for that experience because it was really extreme. So, what do you think? I'm going to ask you this. What do you think came first to me in this situation, in a very hard situation? Do you feel like I forgave her first? Or do you feel like I felt gratitude for what she's done first? So now, you know, a long time after, and now that I've been able to, you know, settle down in what I was feeling exactly and reflect upon it, I was grateful before. I was I was feeling the sense of gratitude. I was feeling like, you know, what happened was for a good reason, was for a good thing, because after that, my life changed for the better. And so, even though I had to go through a really hard situation, a really tough phase of my life, I had to demonstrate a lot of inner strength so that I could overcome that. And so, the first thing that, you know, after a while I was feeling about that situation, not necessarily towards her, but indirectly was also towards her, was gratitude. Gratitude for what had happened to me, right? And she was just the one who was, you know, who accepted to be in that role, to put me in that situation, or to be in that situation with me. Although, yes, it was incredibly uncomfortable, um, but I felt gratitude. And I was still not able to forgive her after a long time, right? But I was feeling grateful for the opportunity to have grown from that situation, from that hardship. Um, it was only really, really recent that I was able to see not only this situation, but herself, her person, as the one who was there to, you know, cut the cord, or to be the one with the courage to say the things that I needed to hear, although, you know, it wasn't actually the thing that I wanted to hear at the time, but it was the thing that I needed to hear at the time, even though it was very, very harsh. But I know that now, not only I feel grateful for what had happened to me, but I feel stronger because now I have enough in me that now I'm able to look at her personally, not directly, right, but energetically, um, and face her with myself full, right? In a way that I have now something to give her, which is forgiveness. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share this experience that I went through not too long ago, but that, has taken me a while to process it and to find these two outcomes that weren't the ones that I was expecting in the beginning, for sure, but these are the ones that bring me peace and this sense that, that lesson was learned. And then now I am a better person, a stronger person because of that. And it's not because of her, but I am grateful and I do forgive her for being in that situation, because I know that, she was in a difficult spot also, right? So yeah, I don't know if you enjoyed this or if it was helpful in any way. I don't know if you have been through a situation that is similar. And I hope this was in any way comforting, so that you can find this peace, like I did, through gratitude and through forgiveness. Yeah. So if you want to share with me also your thoughts on this, I would love to hear. And I'm sending you all my love. And I know this was a kind of a sensitive topic. I tried to do my best in communicating, with a simple approach, but also a practical approach in a sense, or, just it's just my perspective at the end of the day. So I hope it helped you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.